Hey YouTube. So yeah, it's picking on me. My car is picking on me. So yeah, I've been on my diet and I've been told I'm a bit grumpy, which I don't really think I'm all that grumpy. I just think that you need to give me a cookie, which is what's gotten me into this problem to begin with. But anyway, I didn't realize how much of an emotional tie that I had to food. Yesterday, for example, I ended up having to stop and getting something because, looking back, I didn't really have to, but I was just really upset and I was like, I'm gonna go get food, which was really weird. So I went to the doctor about my leg, and luckily it wasn't a blood clot. Okay, so I had 3 doctors. One told me that it was a blood clot, but it wasn't a DVT. Second one told me that it wasn't a blood clot, that it was most likely just a pulled muscle. The third told me that it was, or that he didn't know. Like, he was like, yeah, it is, but it isn't. So I don't really know, but work out, eat healthy. Like, that was just what they told me. So I was like, okay. And then, so when I got there, like, they rushed me immediately back, which I've never had happen before. Like, I've had it before, like, where, ooh, y'all almost saw my undies. Almost saw my boobies. But I've had it before where, that's my name right there, and that's my last name, and you don't need to know my last name. So there, it's on my steering wheel where you can't see it. I'm a dork. Anyway, so when I got there, I spoke to the nurse, and she looked at my leg and she's like, okay. She asked me a bunch of questions and lifestyle questions and stuff, and I was like, okay. And she was like, wait here. And then she goes and gets like 5 doctors and like 10 nurses and like a bunch of people, like, run out, put me in a wheelchair, take me to ultrasound. They're putting on stuff all over, like putting on EKGs while they're looking at my leg, while they're taking blood, while they're, putting in an IV. Like, it was just, I was like, holy fuck balls. Like, I was like, okay, what's going on here? And then, they explained, like, the medication that they could give me. I have really low blood pressure. Like, yeah, I'm big, but, like, I have severely low blood pressure to the point to where, like, they tell me to eat salt and drink coffee to raise my blood pressure because my blood pressure is just really super low. So, yeah. Sorry, I have my coffee. I haven't had my coffee today, so I'm sorry. Hold on. Starbucks. And this is coconut milk. It's like the coconut one. It's mostly coffee, no sugar, coconut milk, which I've found that I really like. I like almond milk too. Really good. Anyway, so they rush me back and they're doing all this stuff and they're explaining, like, what this medication can do. And they're like, well, because of your medical history, we can't just give it to you. Like, they wouldn't give it to you anyway unless they had a confirmed DVT. Like, all of your symptoms point to a DVT. We need your permission. And they were like, at any point you can have a heart attack, or at any point, you can die or whatever. And I'm like, So then, so I signed the paper. call my mom, call my pastor, and I'm like, I'm really scared. Like, I emailed him at first, and I was like, I'm super scared. Like, I've got all this stuff on me, you know, that they think it's a blood clot. I'm scared. And my mom was super scared, and so what ended up happening with my pastor was like, okay, well, we'll be praying for you, and there's someone in the area that can come see you. And luckily, by the time that she was able to get there, I was actually being released, because just after she texted me was when they came in and said, you don't have a DVT. They knew that for sure. So they're like, it's possible that you have a blood clot. It's impossible that you have a deep vein blood clot. So the deep vein one is the one that can break off and go into your heart and into your lungs and into your brain, and that can kill you. So I was like, oh, okay. But you could still possibly have a blood clot. Okay. And so, yeah. So then we went to, and then I left, and then I went to church and hung out with my pastor. And anyway, so yeah. So, new day. Definitely a new day. I have a midterm on Saturday, and I'm looking for a new job, so that application is due tomorrow, so I need to work on that. But I thought I would just check in, tell you my little story as to why you should take care of yourself, because it's scary. Like, I was really scared. But anyway, this video is getting a little long, but see ya. I need to think of a good, like, goodbye and a good hello. I'll think of something. But anyway,